That game was not easy at the end. Chris McGee, Allie Clifton, Robert Orr. We have Mike Trudell in Salt Lake City. The Lakers avoid a big-time collapse there at the end. They pick up their 4th straight win. They beat the Utah Jazz to get to 12-4, and we said this in the pregame show. Just one of those games you just get the W and get out of town no matter how it looks. Well, the Lakers had to get a little more physical defensively, and they really buckled down after that drought they had in the third quarter and kind of turned that game. A late flurry by Lauri Markkanen in Utah. Up until that last couple of minutes, Lauri Markkanen had 10 points. He finished with 20, so they were able to avoid that. But great minutes. No DeAndre Ayton for most of that game with the right knee contusion. He did miss practice yesterday as well. But great minutes from Maxi Kleber, Rob, and a host of other guys.
You know, I was like, okay, Maxi Kleber, I think, was supposed to be our stretch schmig. He was playing really good defense. He was blocking shots. He was keeping the ball active. So one of those things I did not know he could do. Now that goes to show you that guys in the NBA are capable of doing a lot of things once they put their mind to it. And for me, the way he played, coming off the bench, you know, filling in for DeAndre Ayton, filling in for, you know, Jackson Hayes because they need a little bit of offense. And I think it was big there that he didn't settle for the three. We know he's a three-point shooter and take it to the rack because the Lakers were on a scoring drought at that time. So to get that dunk, that goes to show you he's a heads-up type of player and he knows how to play the game.
And as Luka said to Mike Trudell, team win, now you come home for 4 in a row.
Yeah, I think for a team that we've all looked at from the outside looking in as a close, tight-knit team, you aren't 8-2 on the road or 7-2 going into this one on the road for nothing. There's something that is working, but I think these are opportunities that you show what you're capable of in different kind of situations. As you mentioned, it's one, and you get in, you get out. It's 34 degrees in Utah. It's a game in November. You could have easily laid down early on when, you know exactly what I'm talking about, when Utah responded to the early start for the Lakers. I mean, down the stretches in the fourth, you look like things are going well. You're starting to pull away. Utah had 8 points until they finished winning the quarter with 25. So you get through those hurdles and those things that you look at the film when you have a time to sit down and kind of find ways to get better. But I think all in all, the contributions, you mentioned Maxi Kleber. I look at a guy like Marcus Smart, who's a plus 18.
Yeah.
Those little things that don't show up in the box score big on that final defensive possession, no matter what the call was. And so, yeah, a total team win for this squad.
You know, we got to set up this last sequence because the Lakers actually only had a 1-point lead, and Markkanen had a shot from about 15 feet. He missed it. We thought that ball went out of bounds. It did not. Luka get fouled. Luka goes to the free throw line, hits one. So they have a chance to either win or tie, and it's Maxi Kleber on Keontae George, and that's great defense and ball game.
Yeah, that's great defense, but it also goes you to the I hadn't used this word in a long time, veteranism.
Use it, Rob.
The young fella doesn't have any veteran know that the way the NBA is calling this now, if you don't fade with that shot, you go straight up, you get the foul and go to the line to be able to win this thing. But let's give it now back on the good side. It was just Kleber being able to, you know, switch and then understand that the contest was a great contest and to play very well. So that was a really strong defensive play down the stretch for the Lakers.
So Luka Doncic, we'll start with him, guys, on a night where he was just 3 for 12 from 3, and a night where he said, I got to make that extra free throw there. And he also talked about just, being a little tired, the legs there in Utah. But he gets it done still. Allie, 33 points, 10 of 24, got the 11 rebounds and 8 assists.
Yeah, I do like still the 10 of 12. Obviously, He wants those couple of free throws. But I just think, again, it serves as an opportunity to show you the attack mode that he stayed in, especially when the 3-ball wasn't falling. But I think the way Luka, he's such a game manager. And from start to finish of this one, I think he provided the right amount of what the team needed in that certain moment. I think we looked at it at the start of the game, outside of his skill set, just the extra energy, the extra pep in his step. That he was able to provide constantly, consistently finding guys offensively and then carrying his own when he needed to defensively. I just think Luka has been so steady and consistent this season in all facets of the game when he's on the floor, and tonight was continued step in the right direction for him in the squad.
Yeah, Luka was amazing. You know, let's get home and get the legs under you and make some free throws, Luka. I just think what he did tonight was incredible, carrying the team for those first couple of quarters and putting us in a position to win, because being a former player and going into Utah, no matter what team they put on the floor, they have a great fan base, and it's hard to win in that building, especially on one of these games that could be a slip game for you, because you think about you have 4 days off, and then you go into Utah for one game, your mind is somewhere else probably. But they came in and like, okay, we got to win this thing. You think about it, though. You got Thanksgiving coming up. Mm-hmm. You're going to Utah for one game. You're going to be home for Thanksgiving. You got family coming in.
Got 4 games in a row coming home.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that be on your head other than this game right here. But kudos to them. They played big, and LeBron played great. You know, everybody in the starting 5 except Aiden, was in double figures. So it was a total team effort.
Key part of that game for me, guys, that third quarter, the Lakers had that drought where they just couldn't score, couldn't scratch for over 3-4 minutes, and it was an 11-0 run by the Jazz, and Jazz ended up going up 7. But the Lakers closed on a 13-3 run to end that quarter and kind of take over that game again. Time to hear from head coach JJ Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. All right, let's get you to the highlight. LeBron James back in action, game number 2 of his 23rd season. Lakers taking on Utah. Austin Reaves grabs the rebound. Rob, it's out to LeBron. He's ahead of the pack. He's almost 41, but he still does that.
Yeah, he's scared, young fella, right? He's like, this is a bull in a China shot, as James like to say. Right there, just going to the hole and dunking on young fella.
LeBron no-look pass on the cut from Reaves. Jazz ball. Keontae George lobs to the rookie, Ace Bailey. What a catch and finish. But, Allie, Lakers are playing a little defense to offense. Blocked by Rui. AR. Probes. Navigates. Finishes.
Mm-hmm.
Defense to offense. Is this him channeling our Robert Horry? Is that what that looks like, Rob?
Yeah, if you're going to be RH, you got to be able to block shots.
You're the one that calls him that.
More from Rui, Rob.
Yeah, Rui had a quiet, good game tonight, playing well, blocking shots, getting rebounds, getting fast break points. Big ups to RH.
Luka up 32-30 at the end of the quarter. Isaiah Collier, Jazz up by 2. Lakers are going to respond. The vision. Jake LaRavia starting to love those lasers.
That's Rave.
And then Allie here's LeBron doing a little fadeaway. That's Rave.
Just working the defense there after starting 1 of 7. He was able to catch a bit of a rhythm there in the second quarter.
LeBron, 48-47.
Young guys are always kind of bullish, but they scared of that big bull there.
Nutmeg!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rod, take a look at this one.
This is awesome, man. The only thing you can do is throw it through his legs. That's old man love who should retire too. And right there, boom. We reward the big man with a little sugar. Only Jackson Hayes could have got this. It's funny, RH thought it was for me, but no, that was out your atmosphere.
Luka no look. Marcus Smart.
There's always a lot of pressure on you when you get a fancy pass.
100%. We were saying you have to make it.
He also just goes to show you every single time as Austin Reaves gets that little friendly roll. The up ahead pass by LeBron. Luka always just gives you that feeling when he makes passes like that he's just bored with the game being played how it's supposed to be.
Rui 3-ball.
He was hot then.
62-55 going into halftime there. Jazz kind of get it rolling here a little bit. Keontae George, Steve Mikhailuk, former Laker.
I just realized who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Clark. The way he likes to score. I'm referring to Keontae.
Ace Bailey, what? 70-68. Let's try and bounce back here, Rob.
Yes, right there. Nice
reach into your bag.
Relocate.
Quiet night for Markkanen until. Stay with us. JJ said, yeah, I mean, the 12-4 with being one of the worst shooting teams in the league, and he knows that's not this team out.
Yeah. 3 from 3 for Luka.
Lakers lead by 3, Allie.
We used to say, at what point in time do you conserve your energy?
Nope.
LeBron's like, what are you talking about? Another dunk for him.
After 12 years out, I was laying that thing up.
Intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Smart play by Reaves, up ahead. Lakers were not great in some decisions, trying for lobs on some of these fast breaks, but that was a great decision. The Lakers actually had 26 fast break points. Things have changed since LeBron has re-entered the team here. And Luka, Rob, just easy.
You need to call CPH on that one because you got Luka just abusing the young fella right there. You wonder what CPH stands for, Allie? Child Protective Services.
No, that would be CPS.
CPS.
That's where I'm confused. Where'd you get your degree from?
LeBron, the driving layup.
I said CPS. I said CPH?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I said CPS.
So, guys, the Jazz are on a 5-0 run, and then Gabe hits
Peter's
this.
still carrying the show.
And they go up 11. Lakers go up 11. You think it's over, Rob. We're relaxing. I'm writing out the show.
Hey, we relax. We in the, in the green room talking trash.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, that happens.
Marketing gets hot.
Mm-hmm. And then you can't buy a bucket.
Steal. 4-point lead. And then
Veteranism. Right
here, a little veteranism. Like, okay, I hadn't made a shot. Let's take it to the rack.
Nurkic gets burned. Broken defensive play. Another broken defensive play.
Which way did he go?
A miss by LeBron leads to this. Transition 3. Got it.
You got to know where certain guys are on the court. He's trying to take over the game. He is the star of the game, but he comes up short right there, Gita.
You are shocked he missed that. Shocked. Calling a foul before he got there.
Yeah, I was upset with that one. But what's more shocking is this. Not one, but two.
Makes it. So now, chance to win the game. And who's your defensive hero? Maxi Kleber.
Yeah. That was a weird play to me. That close on the sideline.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of to call a play where you got to run the baseline like that with fear of stepping out of bounds.
This was a lot closer than we thought it was going to be there in the last few minutes, guys. Lakers were up 11 late, but Jazz come storming back. But the Lakers hold on. They go to 12-4. Fourth best record in the NBA through 16 games. Third best record in the West. Luka Doncic with 33. Austin Reaves 22 and LeBron James 17. So the Lakers just 10 of 38 from three, just 44% from the field, but they find a way to get it done. They are now 8-2 on the road. Next up for the Lakers, NBA Cup play on Tuesday. It's a late one, 8 p.m. against the Clippers. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. 33 points from Luka Doncic. More reaction ahead. The Lakers hang on in Utah. They've now won 10 of their last 12 games.